Hi, this is Rick, and welcome to another review. Today I'm going to review this motion sensor security light made by Defiant. I looked on the market, and this seems to be the brightest one that's out there right now. And you'll see right there it says 2,417. And what that is, it's probably not showing up, but it's going a little bit closer here maybe. It's called Lumens. Lumens is the brightness level. What we're having an issue with people going through our backyard at night, and we want to light it up and make sure people know that we're secure on our backside of our house where people are sneaking through. This is an LED light. As you can see, it says ideal for driveways and garages, motion activated. It's got an auto on and off, 2 visible light modes, soft accent, which goes down to 400 lumens, and a bright security light, which pumps up to 2,417 lumens. Now what that means is, it took me a while to research that a little bit, but when it says soft accent means in regular mode. Now this still is a dusk to dawn light too. It will go on, when it starts to get dark outside. And here on the East Coast, with daylight savings right now, it's getting pretty dark around 5 o'clock, 5:30. It's almost pitch dark. So this light will come on. But what it'll do is it'll come into like a soft mode. It's just a regular use mode. 400 lumens, which means it'll just give off just enough light in the area for like your back porch or whatever, or the area that you're going to mount it. And then if an intruder or somebody walks into the beam, which is this right here, once it senses some movement, it's going to pump up to the full array of 2417 lumens, which will light up the whole area. Now I'll do a little bit of unboxing here too. It's going to be hard to do because I just have the one camera here, but hopefully I can show you. Now I bought this light off of a distributor on eBay. And this is the first time I've had it out of the box or anything. Of course, it looks like there's a manual there. Use and care, and I guess there's the hardware. It looks like it has the wire nuts and a bracket that goes to your mounting. And of course, here's a fixture. It looks like it's wrapped up in plastic. Let's see if we can get that out of the bag. Okay, now here's the fixture. Now it looks like they've got it pulled together, I guess, for shipping. So this is the sensor right here. It looks like that goes down, and it looks like that will rotate left and right and up and down. And I believe the settings, there they are. The settings are right there. So that's how you set up the motion sensor, probably for distance, as well as the different settings for dusk to dawn and other things. Now, it feels like looks like aluminum bezel. The rest of it looks like a poly resin. And if we flip it over, here's the wiring, and there's the back of it. So it looks like it'll go together fairly well. Your hot and cold wires and your ground wire. So I'll go ahead, and first thing you got to do is, it's going to be mounted outside. First thing you want to do is you want to turn off your switch. And this is where it's going to go. It's going to show the back of my yard here. We've had some people that were sneaking across here at night, and we don't feel comfortable with it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this lantern style light right here. It's a dusk to dawn, but it's not throwing out enough light, and I'm going to go ahead and replace that with this new light. Okay, now upon further inspection of the installation manual, I do see here that you can mount it, like I'm going to mount it flush mount, but it also will mount on the eave, which means you can do it over an overhang. As you can see, that it can be mounted down. The other thing I forgot to mention was this is an LED light. This is supposed to save you on some money in the long run. over the use of it. It says 18 times longer. It's going to give you an annual savings of $560. And it is equivalent to a 180 watt equivalent bulb, like an incandescent or something like that. Okay, so with any project then you're going to go to your breaker too, just to make sure you're safe. And you want to go ahead and shut off your lighting so that you can make sure that the power is shut off before you go ahead and dig into the old lamp. Okay, well, I'm going to try to show some of this. This lamp here I put up years ago. It's probably been about 8 years now. And actually the photo sensor underneath the vent, which is right here, and I ended up getting one of these adapters which has a photo sensor in it. So it's about time this is going anyway. So you just unscrew these little nuts right here on the back of the fixture. Alright, so now that we've got these nuts removed, it's just on there with a little bit of silicone. Just have to break that loose, and that came right out. No trouble. So there's the old brackets, and I'll clean off the old silicone, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to test these wires out. I have this tester here. Don't really see anything going on there, so I think we're okay. Okay, now that all the wire nuts have been removed, now you can see the exposed wires and the old bracket. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take off that old bracket there so that we can put the new mounting on there. Of course, you got your hot and your cold wires here. You got black and you got white, and then there's a ground wire right there that goes to this bracket. Now the lamp is going to have the same wire configuration. You get your white wire, your black wire, and this will be your ground wire here. So I'll go ahead and I'll remove that, and we'll come back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've removed all the old bracket and the old hardware that was in this box. Now you can see the two holes here and here. Well, the kit comes with a new bracket, so that bracket will go right on there, and the light will mount right through this center hole right there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back. Alright, like I said, it's pretty easy. You know, your white goes to your white, your black goes to your black, and this like yellow green wire will go to your ground, which is your brass wire coming out of your house. Now I've gone ahead and I turned it on, and this is in the daytime. This sucker is bright. It's blinding in the daytime. So I've gone ahead and I've energized it, and there's the low mode, and I think when it senses, you see how it went back up to high, and it probably looks like it's strobing, and that's just something to do with the camera function. It's not really strobing like that. Now see, I'll move again, and it'll go into the high mode. But it doesn't strobe like that. It's just an LED thing, and probably the frames per second that this camera is recording. So I'll go ahead and I'll put it all back together, and you'll see the final mounting. Just a little tip I wanted to show you before I put it back together. I put electrical tape on my wire nuts. It's something I've seen done in the field around electricians. I'm by no means an electrician. You do this at your own risk. I'm just showing you how I wired it up and what I did. But you see how I went ahead and I wrapped the electrical tape, and then you just bend it back on itself, and it's called a tab. So that way, if you ever have to change this back out again, you just peel that tab right off, and the tape comes off real easy. If you decide you don't like this light anymore, or if you decide that, or if it doesn't work for whatever reason, and you got to change out the light, it's a lot easier to take it all apart. But there's the light. It might not show that well, but I'm walking down the side of my property, and it may not pick up, but it's producing a good amount of light out here. Now that's at the low power mode of 400. Now as I come around here, see if it picks up on my movement. There it goes. It's so bright, it just totally lit up the whole backyard. And I don't know if the camera's picking that up. But it's totally wiped out my shot of this camera. So hopefully that'll give you an idea. And I've got it set up for 3 minutes, and it'll go off in 3 minutes and go back down to that low power mode for lighting. So that's it. That's the light, and I hope you like it, and give me some feedback and subscribe. You never know what other kind of video I'll have coming out and what I'm covering, whether it be an unboxing or whether it be a review. Take care. Thanks for watching.